times divorce is and I'm still a pastor by the way, is the best thing because it saves lives, it saves the life of children. If you are married to a person who does not love your children, your children are dying in this marriage. By the time you know it, the children, they don't even know who they are. They can't pick classes, they can't do anything because you're sitting with this guy who does not want to hear the voice of your children. We don't need to Famba. Backlash. Yeah. Backlash is an understatement. Yeah, people develop sermons.
Around you.
Yes. A pastor divorcing. Yeah.
So, I want to when Basalan was to
No, not at all. Not at all. It's for self-defense. I won't use it willy-nilly. I've been carrying it for 32 years now.
People don't know. You're a very good athlete.
I hope this will not get me into trouble. And just before we ran, I had issues. And I went in between the cars somewhere. Yeah. No, the cars.
The cars?
Yeah. No, it was bad. It was very, very bad.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in once again to the Gospel Reality Podcast. And today we are safe in studio. But before I tell you who's in the studio, let me tell you, don't forget to please subscribe and let's add your CDs and DVDs. The requests are coming in very slow. I know a lot of people don't have CDs and DVDs, but hey, if you search just a little deeper, you'll find something. And thank you very much for the comments on Facebook. On TikTok, I see people are very busy on TikTok. But today, ladies and gentlemen, I've got an icon in the studio, a man of integrity, a man of the law. He had to grace us, and we needed to know, what does the police and church do together? Tata Mruti.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good. Yeah.
Thank you very much for honoring this invitation.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And I can imagine people who work with you must have it easier. You are one of the easiest people I had to work with. And I won't get
easy in what sense?
Easy. I said, Muruti, I would like to have you here. Well, no problem.
No, we shouldn't make things difficult.
Nah.
It shouldn't. I mean, why must it be hard to find?
Yeah. I thought it was because of your discipline.
Yeah, I come from I grew up in a military setup.
Yes.
So much as I may be easy to find, I'm very difficult if you are not easy with me.
No, of course.
If I said I'm here at 2 o'clock, I'm here at 2 o'clock.
And you were?
Yeah, and then if I make a promise,
you keep it.
You don't have to phone me 5 times that are you still coming, I'll come.
Nah.
But the reverse is also true.
Yeah.
If you promise me things and then you don't come to a party, then you'll see that.
I'll get a taste of the medicine.
For sure.
But I thank you very much for making your time. Ne?
Sure.
Driving from Pretoria to here is quite a sacrifice, and for that we say thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I had to really respect you because so I need you to please explain to me. I need to understand this. You're a policeman.
I'm actually what we call a police chaplain. I'm a minister of religion. I'm a pastor to the police.
To the police.
You see, in the police, we've got what we call EHW, Employee Health and Wellness.
Yes.
In other words, in that group, there is pastors, there is social workers, there is psychologists. And our focus is on the policeman.
So it means the government is doing something right. They still know that policemen need God and they need Jesus.
Yeah, well, they need. When you talk in police, we can't say they need God. They need their God. They need their superpowers because we've got people who believe differently in the police.
Yeah.
And then psychologically, it is our duties because they go to traumatic institutions. Mm-hmm. They still have families.
Yeah.
You see, behind the police badge,
yeah,
is, people will say 5 people died and 1 policeman. That's not how we look at it.
Yeah.
Behind the policeman, it's a human being.
But you preach God to them, okay?
I do, but we've got Hindu preachers, we've got other religions as well.
No, all I'm saying is the government found it necessary to have God preach to their people.
Yeah, let's rather say the spirituality of a person is very important to the government and to the institutions where I am.
Yes.
Because you are not just an instrument that is going to be used to arrest.
Yes.
There is spiritual being to you, there is physical, there is emotional being to you, hence the social worker. And then there is psychological being to you, hence the psychologist.
Yes.
So we, while policemen are working, we are looking from outside, and then when the popper hit the fence, they come back to us.
They come back.
And then we take care of
to counsel and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's great. So you were never trained to be a policeman?
Yeah, no, you see now, with me is different. There are chaplains who were employed directly from the church to come in. But with me, I was trained. I actually joined the police 1991, the 14th of...
And you did the whole training?
I did the whole training, and I even became the trainer.
Yeah.
I was an instructor. I worked at the college in Amaskran as a drill instructor.
Wait a minute. Go temba.
Yeah.
So the pass out to Nedira Gwen?
Fela so. Even today, mo KPC.
Mo KPC, yes.
Another to go KPC.
You
That's
know,
it.
go Amaskran molene. Nere kana a certain time would all walk to the college because there would be helicopters throwing off those.
Then you saw me there. You just did not know that.
Nah.
Yeah, I was there.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Well, from the college to my house, 10 minutes.
I was in the Women's Crowd for 7 years. That was my working place. When I did my first diploma in theology, I finished it there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, small world, eh?
Very small world.
So do you carry a gun?
I do. I'm trained.
You're trained?
I'm trained, and I refresh every year. I carry a gun, and for some reasons, I'm very good in it.
Really?
Yeah.
So, awuna butata when bazalwane batshwara sithunyi?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's for self-defense. I won't use it willy-nilly. I've been carrying it for 32 years now. I've never... The only time I use my gun is when I go for training.
For training?
Yes.
But if you're under attack, you defend yourself?
Or if push come to shoves, I'll definitely use it.
Or a vest, have vest pala itla?
No, in fact, I'll shoot first and warn you.
And I recently learned warning shot is actually not in the curriculum.
No, it's not.
You use your gun when you take it out. You must use it.
Yeah, because how many policemen died because of, and some died with their police. That's why you hear our minister saying, you're not carrying a broomstick. You're carrying an instrument that you must use. I won't advocate for that we must use unnecessary force, but I do carry a gun.
You do carry a gun?
Yes.
No, I just recently went for my shooting license. I thought it was easy. And I want to go hunting now. So I thought, hey, man, how's it going to look? So thank you for the affirmation.
Shooting is not easy. That much I can tell you.
It's not.
No, it's not. In fact, sometimes a firearm, if you can't use it, is dangerous,
Very dangerous
to you.
Even to you.
Yeah, because people might just take it from you and use it on you. You must know what you're doing. It's like the weight.
Yeah.
It's like the Bible.
Yeah.
If you're carrying the Bible and then you don't use it properly, a person can come and, mess you up with the weight that you are carrying.
Yeah.
So if you carry the weight and then you don't go into the weight and interrogate the weight, someone will come and tell you, but why is this not done?
Yeah.
And then you don't know how to answer. Then you'll find yourself in trouble. Because there are people who study the weight just to mess people up. They don't believe it.
Yeah.
But I used to see a guy who was in jail. The guy was very good in the weight. Yeah, and I realized that if you don't know the weight, he can easily throw you off.
Ne?
Yes.
Wow. You heard it from the pastor himself. He says, we need to know the word for ourselves so that it can be a good defense. But let's shy away from the word a bit. People don't know. You're a very good athlete. How many? 7 comrades?
Yeah, 7 with 3, what we call DNF.
DNF.
DNF means you did not finish.
You didn't finish.
Yeah. But you see, the DNFs are very good.
Yeah.
They teach you more than the finish.
Really?
Yeah, no, the DNF. I just did a marathon actually on Saturday at Acacia. It was very tough. The last part was very, very hot.
Yeah.
And I realized that there are many factors as you run.
Yeah.
People don't know that when you run. I was visiting a friend in the US, and he was asking me about quiet times. I told him that my quiet time is when I'm running. I get ideas when I run.
Yeah.
Some songs, if they even come when
you're running.
When I'm running, I'm all alone. I'm just,
But if you're running, it can't be a slow song. It must be a fast song.
Not really.
Muruti, let me tell you, the man behind the poncho, he's also a runner. So
I heard when he said the DNF,
Yeah.
I knew that no.
No, he's also a runner.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you a short story, just a little bit. So this morning I decided I'm going back to running. Ne? So I woke up at 6, started running 3 kilometers in. Hey, go to the toilet. So so I had to walk back.
Yeah.
Slowly because there's a whole blind.
Yeah.
How do you guys deal with that? That's the matter.
You know what? Some things will rather stay there. He will tell you.
Yeah.
Some things will rather stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are. We went to a Comrades marathon.
Yeah.
Some years back.
Yeah.
I hope this will not get me into trouble. And just before we ran, I had issues. And I went in between the cars somewhere.
Yeah.
No, the cars.
The cars.
Yeah. No, it was bad. It was very, very bad. And then the following year, when I'm in my room, in my hotel room, reading the papers from the Comrades guys, and there was this thing that says written, please don't use people's yard for sanitation.
You knew you were part of it.
I thought, yo. So no, some of the things would rather, they only you look at my nails, only runners will understand. So there are things that stay with us.
Yeah, ne?
Yeah.
Madam Rudy, you are, I don't know if I can say your age, 53?
No, I'm 55.
55?
Yeah.
How can you Madam Rudy?
No.
Eh? Got 20 Ks.
No, forget.
Forget?
Age is a number, man.
Serious?
Age is a number.
Eh,
You can share maybe a short distance, but
Yeah.
with the long distance, I know.
so 21 Ks, Oganchi.
Yeah, no, we're not going to share too much.
My pace is what? 5:30. 5:30 somewhere there.
And then you maintain it.
Yeah.
For how long?
No, Hakibuwa. Strava will say my average pace is 5:30.
Regardless of the distance you made.
Got 10, can say the maximum I think was 15 Ks.
Yeah, if you can sit on 5:30 for 20, more than 20, then
Yeah.
you are a good runner.
Ne-
In fact, you are a good runner if you can stay on 5:30, because 5:30 at Comrades, if you maintain it, you've got 9 hours.
9 hours.
Yeah, 9 hours we are in. And I run 10 hours plus.
10 hours.
Yeah.
So no, I must take it serious. I must
No,
lose
then
weight.
you are a good runner. If you maintain 5:30, even
No,
at
no,
10.
that was then. Today can say 7 something. Eish.
No, 7 you are becoming slow.
I get it. I walked back. No, time.
Oh, because of the
It was tough.
the emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, at Comrades, if you can do your 10 kilometers in an hour, 1 hour, 5 minutes, then you are safe.
I'm safe.
Yeah, you're safe.
Until next year, ne?
Yeah, and Comrades is not for fast runners, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't need speed at first. You don't need speed.
Tenacity.
Yeah, in fact, when you've got speed, stay with the short things.
Ne?
Yeah, there it's a dog eat dog. I
I once DJ'd at the halfway line.
Yes.
Comrades.
Yeah.
I saw people urinating on themselves, running. Babang, they just get a 3 mole.
Mon, I just told you, those things.
All right.
No, those are not for
Ne?
not for public consumption.
Running.
Yeah.
It's another discipline by itself. But running has brought you something beautiful. You met your current wife now on the road.
You know,
You are both runners.
we are both runners. I did not meet her on the road. You see, my story is
Yeah.
I lost my wife of my childhood lover. May her soul rest in peace. It's more than 8 years now that she died. 2014 she died, and then she left me with 2 boys and a girl. And then I went into marriage. I think that's a topic for another day. I think I was pushing myself, and
Is that the one that ended in divorce?
yeah, it's the one that ended in divorce.
Yeah.
It was just for 2 years.
Okay.
I think I rushed, and I think that's, and I've seen many pastors. I'm pastoring a church in El Mapias, and it's big, and it has got its own pressures. Sometimes they don't say it, but you just feel, oh, hey, man, these people. Yeah, yeah, you see, and then you put yourself, and I went into. I don't regret because I loved the woman, but we were not just good for each other at that time.
Yeah.
And then we went into a divorce. It was amicable. We did not even, it was not. It was painful because I loved her.
Yeah.
And then I was looking, and looking as Muruti is a mission. It's not like, you must look and then you must pretend as if you're not looking.
Not looking, yes.
And I was looking in the church. I was looking, not in my church, but I was looking in conferences where I'm singing, where I'm preaching. Until a friend of mine said, you know what? His name is Russell. He's a colored guy from yesterday. I ran with him.
Oh, Shapaga Troopers.
Anshapaga Troopers.
Bargain Troopers.
No. He said, Bo Namrut, find a runner. Don't go and look for a mamrut. Find a runner.
A companion.
Yeah, somebody that already, when we start, we know that we've got something in common.
In common, yes.
In actual fact, I'll tell you, after connecting with my now wife, my friend, Tendi, yeah, Mganwam.
Yeah.
The first thing I did, I took her for 15-kilometer run. But I did not tell her that, you know what, there is a hill. And it's not just a...
Serious hill.
No, it's a serious hill. It's called Republic in Silverton. I took her there. And then she was surprised that when we met at town, I said, now we're moving, sis. And we're not stopping. And I took her. It goes up and up and up and up. It's like police shorts.
It's one of the Malibongwe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you came down Malibongwe.
No, I know where Malibongwe is.
When you go up there towards the freeway. Yeah.
And she was with me until at the top.
Who was faster?
No, I'm obviously faster than her.
Okay.
But she has got insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, she stayed with me. And then when you go to the top of the mountain, I said, you know what? When you'll stand me. Because I can be a very difficult person.
Ne?
Yeah, easy.
No, but you're a policeman. I had a grandfather who was a policeman. When you went to him, your story must be right.
No, you are it's difficult. In fact, to tell the truth, it's difficult to live with me.
Ne?
Yeah. So, but I knew this one is going to stay.
The one, ne?
Yeah.
So, did you not get backlash just before you married this one? Because from pastor to pastor in the congregation, the stigma around divorcing, you can't divorce because you...
Backlash.
Yeah.
Backlash is an understatement. Yeah, people develop sermons.
Around you.
Yes. A pastor divorcing. Yeah. People, there's a radio station that gave me a platform actually on that. Another thing, when I was going through grief, you remember Sipho Kalemi? He was with, he passed on last year. Yeah, he gave me a platform on Radio Pulpit to talk about grief. But when I went into marriage and out, my bro, even my own friends, yeah, it was like, you know, I've got leprosy. Yeah, because
and
now,
the church members, they left?
You know what? For some reasons, many of my church members stayed with me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because they saw the movie playing. Yeah, they saw the movie playing, and they knew that that one was not going to work.
Ne?
Yeah, some actually, they saw it from a distance around. No, this one but the church outside the borders, yeah, it gave me hell. Yeah, I mean there was a column about me and divorcing. You see, but I went through that, and some they left. Now they are coming back.
So just to pick your brain on that, is divorce really an unforgivable sin, like a lot of pastors make it seem to be?
You know what? I was telling my wife that I've got few books in me that I'm going to write. And one of the books that I will write that will tear people up is when the title is already here, where I'm going to say divorce sometimes becomes your liberation. There are many people who are in marriage now. You can't say to a person divorce. I work in the police. I buried many people. Many who came to me and say, hey, Muruti, this and this. And we became pastors around this. You know, stay there. And then the next thing, you feel guilty, you said, stay there. And then when you come there, someone is lying on the ground. It's better. Sometimes it's better to leave. And I'm happy I'm saying it here. For the first time, people will see it. Sometimes it's better to leave than to stay for the sake of staying, to please other people while you are dying there.
And for people who are saying we're staying for the kids,
there's only one reason you stay in marriage. One, you love. One, you don't stay because keep papa in wanaka. Nonsense. You go, you leave, and then they'll talk, and then they'll say whatever they say. As you talk to me now, I regard myself as one of the happiest people. There's no, in the Transvaal, I don't know how old you are, but in the Transvaal, there's no woman who can cook like my wife now. My wife is not a mamuruti. She keeps quiet in church. She talks when she can talk. My wife is not a singer. In fact, sometimes when I was doing the last project, Revan Romela di Pina to listen. When I listen, and now I'll pay.
wait.
My one they were playing on TV. Wow, pay like I was told Didi Mat. I get she is my friend. I am the happiest. Sometimes, let me tell you, let me say it on camera. Sometimes, leave. It's the day of your liberation. You will heal. You will find someone who will accept you for who you are. Who will love you the way you are. Baba nyaka bo tall and dark, ya utshwana le wena. Baba yo e batla somewhere. Yeah. Sometimes you'll find the person who love you the way you are. And then the person will cherish you the way you are. Sometimes divorce is the, and I'm still a pastor by the way, is the best thing because it saves lives, it saves the life of children. If you are married to a person who does not love your children, your children are dying in this marriage. By the time you know it, the children, they don't even know who they are. They can't pick classes, they can't do anything because you're sitting with this guy who does not want to hear the voice of your children. We don't need to famba.
You heard it on the Gospel Reality Podcast, but a fam. But Muruti, before your wife is the best cook. You must put it.
No, that one is not up for debate. For a fact. I will invite you to my house. So go to
Serious?
I'm telling you, my wife is a cook. My wife is a cook. I get Charlie. Look at me.
And look when the cooks.
Arvialo, Nagudan boats about
So, you run your own church, ne?
Yes.
There's obviously the youth and the musicians. What's your relationship, Libon?
My relationship with Banabaka, fortunately, most of them, I brought them up. So I am a father. Bare papa monna.
Yeah.
And not the fashion papa that came recently. Yeah, papa, no. I'm the father because Baba Mbabelekwa Kilemo, Matswadi Babona, they are here. They know. My church saw me crying. They were there. My church saw me when I was going up and down. So my relationship with my kids at church is that one. But my relationship with them is that one of a father and his own kids.
So do you train them, especially the worship team and the band? I know who let the postolo in, but you had to obviously adapt to the Buzalwana way of doing things. Somebody the worship team, did the practice. Do you groom them? Do you?
Let me tell you something funny. In fact, two. One of the things with me is that when I did my theology, I measured youth ministry.
Oh, wow.
But in my entire ministerial life, I've never handled youth. Number two, I traveled to Kenya a few times in Nairobi. When I'm there, because during the day I'm not busy and what, they give me their choir. You know, the peanuts are more high, and all that. But here, I've never trained musicians in that.
At your church?
No.
So where do you get them then?
No, they've got people that train them.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a musician. I'm a pastor.
But I'm sure you sing before you...
Oh, of course. Now we sing.
Really?
We are a singing church. We sing. No, I come from a singing church. Yeah, we sing.
Can also a clap and tap, ne?
Yes.
Hopefully, Banabalins. Liberals from the red. Banabalins were hoping.
No, Yabahopola. No one ever scrap ya.
No, Banabalins. It's a little quite high.
Can't do that more way.
Clap and tap. Temba.
O grow fit the Matonga,
But I get the big ones. Nelly Banabalins way.
Yeah.
Baroris. How about those two? The reeds or clap and tap again.
No, then when I was horror somewhere, isn't it?
Isn't that maybe in the Sabona?
Yeah, no.
Eh.
How but thank you, that man was sharp.
Serious?
Yeah, wait. Next,
serious. But one more my uncle will reply.
No,
I'm blind.
Oh, no, but to Tanzavelo who release me.
Hey, wait, if I'm rooted.
I'll get blind.
So, there is this man. pastors and musicians. What do you think causes that?
What causes that? Partly, we are living in a country that is, I work there at Pretoria Central. I move outside and look at the boys and girls. That's where the CV, they're looking for a job. Some are very highly educated. I want to marry. So we have come to a point where, especially musicians, they work. So they look for places where they can get a bit more. And you can't blame them because they are not working. Now, if you have, in my case, for instance, I'm lucky because I use people that I groomed. Arena an agreement, I pay them. No. But I know they've got needs. You see? But if one am phonela no are papa so it's more on relationship level. But if you come from somewhere and plant a church here, for instance, Mopitoria, or Jobeki, you are going to get people Baba Bereka.
Of course.
So then, and if they are there at the church, train your, set up your music and then check your music and all that, and because music is church. Yeah, what's not music? Overtake. Go Greg was not music. Yeah. Yeah, then you need to come and sit down with them and say, gents, this is what is happening. And then it's on that basis.
But do you believe that they should be remunerated in some form?
Yeah, if they work in that space. And
they should be.
They should be.
Hallelujah, Mriti.
Yeah.
I just feel like the arts is taken for granted, man.
You see, we are moving from that era where art was and culture was never job. And even now, you still sense that or people but it's by the way. Okay. Rebetele waninyana mo obona or tla o tlo opela ko nna kwa ke go fe publicity nna or tla o tlo opela go tselle petrol nna ke goloi nna o tsella nna petrol it's very clear obona bona no bona people like me we've got these issues. I'm a preacher first obona bona no ke ntshitse project agere o tla di bona di tsotsitse ba nyaka ke tlo opela mara o itse ba ira ba re ke tlo rera wa bona wa lebeletse ke okay bona or ba itsa moruti ta o tlo rera so maruta re betela tse pedi da
clap
agere when I preach I cannot say give me 10,000.
Of course.
Yeah, that's ministry. But while we are there emana agore tikoba orders I want ne wa bona beno ya no ra ropa
e batla invoice
batla invoice ga ke pitla and ge nga o lemoga gore o ira yo tse tshwana letse a ke bitla ra so go tsena ka gona ya tshwana le wena modimo wa rona yeah e be ke preach I won't sing no this one so it is those dynamics because art become by the way. It's not by the way.
It should not be like that.
No, it's not by the way.
So you well aware about the ditsotsi.
Monagere le producer ke bereka di kele mo. Go bona from a distance. Lo joro mpetile ka go go no vaya ke sa bozoro. Yeah. I want bet. Nna ne ke thabile ra so ne ke nya go ira di tsaka. I was just ministering.
Yeah.
Oh what? Now monna I was telling someone. How ka re monna wa Jonas ke khopela 300 rand. Ke khopela ke na saka khopela 300 rand ke a ofa re clear maroga re monna wa re mpe 5 rand a ke tla ibusa
It's a different conversation.
Yeah. I can use 500 rand go get 5 rand back. That's just how I'm wired. Labor mom industry le Jonas Masotla. Ke dio tse tshwana le tseo. Wa bona. Re ba clear. How thoma o bereka botsotsi. Then ke tlo
Deal guy.
pila fe.
Ne?
Yeah.
And it's also the dinch le mo gospel.
Yeah, mara ha gore monna wa re no man pay 2000. Ge ke tshwere and then we khopetse. Wa bona. Pay 2000 ke tla o fa re clear again back.
And it's also how prevalent is ditsotsi in this industry?
Pila se ditsotsi ke di kan sfatera.
What's the chance?
Yeah, but there are the chance. But there are the chances and there are many. Wa bona. Ba shapile ke batho ba bangwe before.
Yeah.
Wa bona. Ba kokotilwe pele and then motho o nyo go tlo kokota. Yeah. And it does not work like that.
Doesn't work like that.
No.
Nemuruti, let's go to your music just a little bit. Uthomile ka di-clap and tap, ne?
Yeah.
I can hear like a voice here Nemuruti from this line.
Yeah.
And before I call, every time I see your DVDs, they're good. But I don't understand why was not from Peter A1. Brass band on one song.
No, hona no ke loketse di flute nyana mo tse.
Can you want the flute? Brass band for one song.
What you king? Ke le ditse brass band thata man. What you king?
But that's your background, doesn't it?
Let me tell you.
More reason why it should be there.
No, brass band ke le ditse and illa go high. So to be honest, where I am now, I ke sa rata brass band. Ya ndrasetse.
Di phala hawa.
Dilla go high.
Go high, ne?
Le bona ba no di teng.
Ka papa ke moruti as well.
Yeah, Metopo is gone.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, nele moruti.
Yeah, nele moruti. So mfana go high. Number 1, 2, 3 go tswa mona. Le bona no ne ke bolelela. Ke motho le di prompeta. So ge di tswa di alla, ge di bua di alla. Ge di tswa di alla.
Sharp ka tswa.
Ke sharp.
Hey, moruti. So when you decided, okay, now I'm taking this music seriously, who came to you and said, no, let's make this happen?
You know, there's a guy, ke tlo bolela ka ena waya. He like Abraham Dolo. Abraham Dolo married in my church. And then he had FET's college. He was just fascinated about my preachings. Because I'm a preacher of the word. You must listen to my sermons. I preach. I get tameke topa khoutu tsa batho. No, I go into the word and preach the word. So Dolo was very fascinated about my preachings. But he started liking my singing. So he's the guy who believed in my singing. Are Muruti, let's do something about this. And he financed that. So now
I thought Kimuruti Taps David. I thought
no, David is a second and trade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where we did with Kolani M.
Yeah,
Dolo was the main guy.
Oh,
Yeah, he was the main guy who did that project. It was beautiful.
Kia Emmanuel. Ne?
Yeah, Emmanuel. The one you're talking about, your tapes, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
That's when I was going through my, life was throwing curveballs into my. That song, nobody knows. Yeah, that's a song that came from
the belly.
Yeah, from the belly. Yeah, before he gave us all, gave him another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who wrote this song? He is power, much greater.
That's my song.
You wrote that?
Yeah.
You wrote that song?
That's my song. Keep lying.
You wrote that song?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
That's my song. But that one is on the album.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that song.
That song, Libiano. Libiano is a classic.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah.
And I feel like it didn't get the popularity and the legs it deserved.
No, we can still bring it back.
Ne?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful song.
We can still bring it back.
No, that's a beautiful song. I feel like
you know, Ney had a song, can I name it? An English song. Ney had a song. That song came up just before Neyatlotlo. He did it on the awards the other day. That song, you know, he used to do it.
Which song is it? Okay, well, he first did it with Benjamin Dubene.
Yeah, I got to give.
Okay, leave it.
Yeah.
But okay, one is.
Khaner Santani, you know, Israel atago krekinya kare reberikisa. You know, the MP zela nele MP bile li speaker.
Li speaker,
yeah. So maro bile keyboard go di mati mona. Mfane tele sala nyaka no ring. Ina tele afe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that song, on the awards, people thought it's a new song. That's an old song. And beautiful, even before.
Lamb of God.
Lamb of God. See that?
At the right hand of the fire.
That song.
Beautiful.
That boy has a mind. Come on, Papa. Yeah. So it's songs like this one's Bobo his power. We can easily bring it back.
Ah, that's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Leila names him. Now I thought it was an international song.
Yeah.
I thought by Uzi. Candy Ney wrote that song.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful
That
song.
was a beautiful song.
So were you
No,
serious?
yeah, you know Taps.
Taps, yes.
Taps used to do things, but they used to call them Baragini hour of power. I got Taps in the America. Who really idea go America, Majita Kopana, musicians. Aikisa. More easily out of all places. Yeah. Nerukopana does all. At that time, none of us, Israel included, would meet there and then come together, and one would preach and sing the hour of power. That's how we started to know each other. Gone. Yeah.
So, Taps David, how instrumental was he to your music career?
No. Tepsi, again, we grew up together because Kim Togo Mamelodi. And then when Dolo did this project, it moved. And then Dolo Asaka, he just approached me and said, Man, Muruti, what's your game? Let me do a project with you. He believed in me. In fact, at the time, he even recorded Feely. Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, he recorded Feely. He was just, a guy who he believed in us, and then we did that.
Chaplain.
No, Maponya, we were fine.
Because a lot of artists, but contract rebetilwe lona la betho le Chaplain.
No, man. You know what? You see, Irego was a spirit. I've got my day job. I've got my day job, so I give focus it hadamo. Modi luana. Music is, by the way. I'm a pastor. I'm a chaplain for the police. Those two.
And then music, but you've surely made money from music.
I did, but not too much. Music, tell them music and get the gig. Oh
yes. And you have to have an album.
Yeah, you must have an album.
Yeah. So from gigs you've
yeah,
pushed.
and end up being in government. I'm lucky hore. Logas bonike fufa go guy get the departments would say, hey man, only babula tsela go guy, can you come? Transport in can you come? Those are my.
So are you in the police band as well?
No. Police band is something else. Police band they do more ceremonial.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do more the parades, funerals, inaugurations. They are there. They are too serious.
So you've never been part of them?
No.
Can I know one match I'm staging? How
I'm a drill instructor.
Yeah. So you're mading.
For 7 years.
Yes.
ne ke drilla bafana
Eh.
ya ne go gamolla ne go nyaka o tla ona le mpa e kana go zo ka 3 months ke ya ithuba
Come here.
ya le phyali
Eh.
ya
So you're also instructor di aerobics di what?
no drill is very formal. It's how we do things when we do ceremonial stuff. You see, the uniform thing is very it's this uniform by the tunic. Yeah, so we prepare the students for the outside world when they must drill to the parades. Yeah. That's where the discipline your organization is. Yeah, because you don't just walk. You
You lose weight ka those drilling. Walk mol.
Drill. Drill para Luciana. Walla go drill.
Drill.
Emola. Let me give you an example. A research was made. I think it was in New Zealand.
Yeah.
They made a research. They took people by dancing, by dancer. They took people by rugby. They took people by soccer. And they trained them for a week. That discipline is about. And then they wanted to check who is the fittest. Amongst these three, more rugby, le dancing, le soccer. People mabona no ba fit. Wait.
Dancing is a very strong discipline.
The same. The same. They don't look hectic. How driller, let's all out, they must come here. Straight with the body to the front, straight with the body. Lotula how every time it must lock. Because you direct the heel on the ground. Sometimes when you drill, and I'm not counting, the heel must count. And the heel, a platoon, keep about 36. But they must walk as if Kimotomo. As a polo, no. And how was that? How go driller from here? No, how driller from here? To Mokonemo, to Agrushan 10 kilometers. Ka walk is a fair from here 2 kilometers. But I won't put us on.
I want to see that one. They are drilling a Palausiana.
Drill.
That I want to see. I need to see that one.
Drill. Drill the Merego.
Ne?
Drill the Merego. As Usiana drill. And drilling involve the whole body because you hakirmo and akiri bale baye miso kira mark time where you are standing when your foot goes up it's many things. The thigh must be parallel to the thigh the knee must be parallel to
mara mruta so nello sulamang babang barba drilla ba sheba ko
bolela ka diphosonyana tse di etsang ba di capture mo.
Yeah,
go.
It's supposed to be a serious discipline, Marogare.
And those people, it was they were the senior people. They don't. They were not supposed to be there for starters. They were not supposed to be there.
When you see those kind of things, how do you feel?
I was part of that. I was there.
Were you there?
Hey.
I
never know I'm a chaplain. Driller. Now I drill on my specific place. Mabani, I was drilling. I move on the sides of the hedges. The others were Gumrao. The others were Gopele. Now I am right in front of the hedge.
So that drilling process, it's about discipline. Eh?
Very much so. Very much so. When you wake up, Wamanskral. Trogo was Wamanskral at 4 o'clock. Soha or Kolmaka, we are go into it. Go menas. Go kishi. With the bands, it's a hawabua, with your 2 bands, kate, and then you go next to your bed. 4 to 5, you are standing next to your bed. It must be like a matchbox. To check a floor, check out everything, to check out the top. re checka dikouso, re checka di-underwear, re checka everything, or we clean, re checka manalo, gore ha ona di-nonsense. Then letsatsi le thomile.
So those are for the policemen you've trained.
That we've trained.
All right.
And then from there you fall in on the streets.
Ne?
You're going to drill the whole day, wherever you go. Le ha o ya toilet.
No, that's why I say la chuchu bana. Ba kwatise go drilla.
Oh.
Let's go a bit back. Let's go back a bit to your music, ne?
Yeah.
So so you write for yourself.
Some of the hymns. How tlhokomela, I'm more into
Hymns, yes. I've
There's a
noticed.
hymn that I did maloba mo. What I would is a duet ya ka le Tina Zungu. It lo go phatola tlhogo.
Litina Zungu.
Woo!
Oh, it's powerful. That one.
Woo! It lo pjata.
It's a hymn or it's a hymn.
No, it's a hymn.
Existing hymn.
Yeah.
I get people who write hymns now.
Yeah, but the chance. No, it's a hymn, definitely.
But Richard Smallwood, they wrote songs and they were introduced into the hymn books.
Yeah, I was telling
So you
some people the other day, the peanuts of Mama Rebecca, some of them they already deserve.
They should be there.
Yeah, to be in the hymn books.
Ne?
Yeah.
And who's your producer now?
When I know it's very mfano mu. Yeah, what told us so.
Kimani Bizulai.
Sipho Dollar.
Sipo dollar.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah, Fisa man.
Ah.
Because whoever was producing your music, I know the first one,
Yeah.
I don't know who did the second one.
Same.
Same, ne?
Yeah.
Then why did you change?
No, we must move. Obon, we must move. Hoga Togomela, these producers, especially Bona Baba producers, they've got this thing, yeah, or no, they're there. But this thing, it must grow. Obon.
There, yeah.
Gorba feel, go feel it's a gabon.
Eish.
Obon. I go feel like a gabon.
Yeah.
On develop, there must be development. Lo ena o tlo nna mo stulong se forever.
100%.
Yeah, that's the thing to ema ka nthela o le go Mauritius or hey interviewang Morutinas.
Yeah.
Oh.
But now, there's a saying, if it's not broken, why change it?
Yeah, no, it's not about that. It's not broken, but we move on.
We move on.
There's development. Because no. There's something Baba talk. Yeah, and this industry
Yeah.
is very small. And in a tendency or what no. Now I'm over 50 years. Axara Pelase. Mfana tla ga nyologa ke a move. O tla mutla mfana.
Blame.
Oh. O tla mutla.
So, are you saying?
And there's no a producer. O tla bona se tseba morwela roile le bo. Yeah.
But are you telling me this thing your gatekeepers in the industry, it's a real thing?
It's there. This industry is small, Baba.
Ne?
Yeah. That's why mo a gona motho ka mpontsha eno go sa mo itseng. O ra zanga go kopana le nna. Oh.
Ba itse bo botle.
Bo botle bo ke bo.
Eba.
And Baba Nshibaba, Umubaga was a lemon, Baba was or no, Damani, I was like with a bankit. Oh. Very small industry.
So, Abu Zabrut, you came in, how fit you got best newcomer?
Yeah.
Crown Gospel.
Yeah.
Do you think it was a proper reflection of that?
You know what? Now, I was amazed how the industry accepted me. And sometimes it's not about the music per se, it's the character. You know, they say your talent must take you up, but your character will make
Sustain
you will sustain you. Na industry it carried me. And it was carried me as a pastor. Someone was asking me, how do you like to be called a pastor? I studied to be a pastor. Now, I got I went to school for this. So, no, I think it was a true reflection. And the industry accepted me and it respected me. And I made sure I don't burn bridges. Unnecessarily, and I'm not pompous. I mean, the hona go di crown nkwa ane kento mongwa choir di choir tse nka se bolele ka lebitso a sa ngitse kore a gore ya no ke na le majida bo soli da so gora a maketso ro ke mang and I ka tshutinyana ya go nyoko tlo mfidisa gore o mang wena pida oh because mo South Africa go na le celebrity tse ding tse di tsamang ka di uno tse ding tsa officer tsa Snandi echo. Just because Mutu or Petty Pin and on TV
doesn't mean
then somewhere around we celebrate. One longer and then I go meet a government that's a tilling and okay. No, you treat people
the same
as people, even before you know the Giboma. You treated me good day, in 3 months we are no one kids, no, don't do that. Even before we work him, just respect me.
Ne?
Yeah. Then by the time Papa Mo were not man are sharp in that way. Was can ill treat and then was no face of Jonas Masotla came on, oh, give all and then we will change.
But change. Must be consistent.
Be consistent.
And if we learn to love each other as human beings,
fair lunch.
I think we'll be okay.
Fair. Fair. So no, that was the thing. No, it really took me by surprise, but I cannot not do that.
Do you know what I enjoy about your music and your singing? You're not a musician or who's too careful. Or how am I sounding? Am I hitting those notes? It's like you're having fun.
No, not again.
Why you get
that's why I get some load. Yeah. That's why I get some load. Get sharp. Oh, get sharp. Yeah. There are people who will love me for who I am. How can see how no get a little Dr. Tumi most agencies why?
Because of the pressure.
Yeah, when I love a ring, yeah, ring Dr. Tumi. Kitoro, Baba Kitoro go pay about so what's up. Asha, Maruna Baba report to Chang go pay Dr. Tumi, what's in our pelan. Because now I'm just there, Capotla.
And you know your market as well.
Pila fail.
Ne?
Pila fail.
What would you change if you had the money now? What would you do for your music and your career? What would you change?
If I had the money, my gigs, and most of them would be in the townships, and I would ferry Bokuku. I see when Gauteng government, the skin calls me for, and especially on the Sasa side. Yeah. Lena lili busy, got the cameras, Alena is really busy. Nagile go spanning. But no Boku Kwashibale, but something, it out of open last field. That's where, you know. How I made Lamola. Yeah, I become fulfilled.
Ne?
Yeah, go Ribiano. Yeah, so if I had it, my gigs I would bring the elderly because I sing their hymns and then I'll bring them for free. You know,
so no di kana Muruti Filira kralo go strating but the crusade so
yeah,
something like that.
Feeling something else again. I feeling monona le ni yes. I got monagala magala sina metelo botana mola.
I feeling something else.
Yeah, feeling something else. But we love him the way he is.
No.
And mudima mutusa mufamsari utswana le na kore. What's again? We love them. They are just a gift in the body of Christ. Yeah.
Yeah. So your latest album. What's the name of the album?
It's Jonas Masotla, The Return.
The Return.
Yeah.
So who did you feature there?
Only one person.
Tina Zungu.
Tina Zungu.
Yeah, and then
machida wankwatetse. Morodi. Ano tatongwala la bonke. Ne gutla moyo go halalela.
And who was your band on this album?
Ke na Sipo.
Yeah.
And then una
Producer,
le
yeah.
bafana ba le ke ba lebetse. Una lo mo basing mola ba re ma that boy.
But keep on Mamelodi.
Nah, but le Sipo.
Oh, but Lisip.
Hey.
But you know why I'm asking you this, ne? Mamelodi is rife. They are Go John Wiki.
Yeah.
Ne? And it's not as safe. I know yours mafia Mamelodi. And it seemed to be not a safe space to be in. And grooming of these young people, like I was asking you, I think is very much necessary. Music, I believe, has saved a lot of people's lives.
No, it has. That's why I took it upon myself to go to schools. I go to schools because you'll be surprised to kopana le motho. Why would you say that? On TV. So, into a pila, e opelang. I atshwana Mamelodi. Tshwantse le batho ba teng ga thoma ba shapo wa tsamaya fela.
Yeah.
Go ya ka nna.
No latsa mazwi up.
Yeah, na vaia. So, kwa the role models ke bona ba rutswetsa. Ba tshwara batho dipo, ba bona. So, we are there to say, man, that ntse pila e ka tswa go Mamelodi. Ba bona. Ana ne ke bolela le Sundowns gore ke nyoko opela mo le go stadium la. Ba bona. But why is what this guy? Mamelodi. And then ba khona o shupa or no. Mamelodi a se fela because how gopola ka Mamelodi go gopola fela ga ke auto the first thing ke bo John Wick. Bo ba re ke mang go mtshwere.
Ke mang Debra?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. But
Vuzikek.
But when I was watching how bolela tsonto le le ka mo le ka.
Le ka.
Can't there are good things there. Oh, no na school ra ba re ke re banaka. Since 99% every year matric.
And it's the first time I hear about it.
Yes. Si shapa mole. Ribanelaka. And Sika Maramot. The principal was my teacher, Mr. Muliv. He died. But no, maybe got Mulifuta Maile, Scholos Hotel, against another teacher there. He's a lady teacher. I go there once every quarter. I go there. So it cannot just be associated with Allah, those things are not necessary.
Ne. Moruti, before the music in the new album, is it a continuation from Bo Emmanuel coming up? The Atwan? Is it the same style?
The style is the same. You see, even when you go on shows, gospel classic, nothing but hymns. That's when they'll call me. So I've positioned myself.
More.
Yeah. His power. Isantani ito isa kwa. Nobody knows. Isantani ito hokela hidi.
Yeah.
And he's just there. It's complicated. What they imagine, industry, but I go to complicate. Now,
it's straight.
Nagisha.
No, today. One of the reasons why we had to have you here is we appreciate your ministry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your voice. And people, I don't know, they don't know, South Africans, people have an authentic voice. You're gone.
Oh, that's why. That's what I like. I was told by Toki Tagindo. Before this album, there's no way that we're going to forget. Now I will believe in Nagamoto. That's why I get that boy wago KwaZulu Natal.
Yeah.
Tina Zoom.
Yeah.
Or Alabetegari no do that. Nagesaleki.
Dada Muruti, we thank you, but before you go, I just want to ask you this. What did you like to see change in the gospel music industry?
In the gospel ministry, if it were according to me, you see, singing a song and including the name Jesus does not make the song a gospel. You see, the issue of relationship with Christ, it's very, very important. And it's not something to be taken for granted. Collosal, what's on a personal level. Once you start singing, going to churches and all that, before you know it, with a pastor, you know, with a muruti, they push you into that. I once called a gospel artist that will remain nameless for now. And then I kept him in a hotel. The following day, he was at the church. And then I asked him to preach, taking it for granted. No. And I was so wrong. And then when we were eating at my house, and the
when pastor.
Hey.
Hey.
No, even if you don't have pastor Mara, Bopilo high, just because and a Gimotomo Halaledaso. Now I get on to her more chong or language name. I'm more this guy. Dimanu Polella, you know, and home pushes her to the weight. Hey, and then we come to the Tamar, and we do not say this thing. I sing gospel. So if I were to change out, I don't have those powers. I would say before we go to the singing, we must look at a relationship. Because people will associate you with this. And then how look is the relationship? By the time you sing the song, Erin Jesu like Canada, they sing it wrong, many people. Let me Jesu Israel, I mean, by the time you come there, because we have a relationship. But people will come and sing about God. And then
but not, yeah. Hey, I'm saying people are gifted differently.
Yeah.
Right? Babang, their strong point is singing. And if you happen to choose gospel music,
no, but your question again, what would I change?
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
but singing about something, so as a pele. So as a city. To me, it's a bit misleading.
Ne?
Because already, once you sing this,
Ne?
can't we now we win at this as a gender.
I don't want to be like discernment. I'll meet a demand. I'll not listen to people.
No, don't go. I got to feel that one.
And then the last one is if you were not born, if Muruti Jonas Naste, what would the gospel music industry miss out on?
Hey, there'll be a big mess, young. He's taking so.
We pay fat.
No.
You are so much aware of yourself, which is good.
No.
What would we miss out on?
You see, I was teaching people, we were talking about death. You know, what is, when people think about death and think of dying, you know, when you think about death, you're not thinking about the pain of you dying, what? When you think about death, pila, you are thinking about this world without you.
Yes.
And again,
You actually.
You know, the gigi over thing, nagiste. I believe, Hori, my fingerprints are just mine. I'm unique. So just the world without knowing this guy, I think it would be really a miss, because I'm just my own character. I'm not fake. I'm not trying to be anyone else. If you want to be my friend, the way
Yes.
language yago mamelo. I can't apologize.
Yeah.
Change. And when I preach got this language. I try over. No.
American pastor.
No, give so. Because I feel Hori, two people, one of them is useless. You need only one, Jonas Masotla.
Correct.
And then
Yeah. How big is your church, if I may ask?
My church is growing.
Because in El Mafias, I know Pastor Spama. Andrew's Spama.
Which is
Yes.
Yeah, how to go Spama, you go down and then you turn right, you are going to my church.
I even know Pastor Spama's house. And I'm in that open space.
Yeah, you go down as if you're going to Yester Fabric,
Yeah.
turn right, you're going to find a big church. Come on the left hand side.
Really?
Yeah.
I must come and check it out.
No. Yeah. Let's go mama how phone No, Jadala, no, I'm a Kaiser Chiefs fan, so red Chiefs did Yeah.
Chiefs, do you know my son is 8 years old this year? I share when the Chiefs will lift that trophy, Monak.
Yeah,
Let's
one
talk about-
of 8 days I see what she
Yeah, Marakiso.
Yeah, umtopi and that them all when lift at 200. Askawa. I would some topi or the papa that them all lift up. Yeah, don't motor here.
Let's say,
Yeah, I know it's a
let's say.
it's a thing.
Man, sometimes if it clearly,
It was a fishy. But it was a dancing club of Marasta.
I said, my melody.
Sometimes it's starting over Marasta.
I thought Utsama melody it would be a natural progression.
I gave favor geography.
Okay, na guy pefin.
I gave favor geography.
Favorable.
A favor ball.
Ne?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you
Ne?
for having me.
But bosso, le ba le le guy. So re fe moruti man. Re fe moruti. So this is our token of our appreciation. Ne? How rare mo lo tshetse metsi o tonya.
Yeah.
Yeah. O tlo bona le nna ntate moruti. Metsi a tonye sebakanya. So this with this ntate moruti. So when you put hot things, they stay hot for long.
If it's cold, it's cold for long.
Cold for long. How rare mo le o dirilisa batho ntate moruti.
I'm going to go to results at the Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed myself. It did not even feel like
an
interview or
Ne?
something. We were just chatting.
No, the main thing is to have a conversation.
We had a conversation. I'm
Ne?
happy. Yeah.
Ntate Moruti, thank you very much for honoring us and thank you for being here.
Blessed.
Isabala bofela.
No, I'll call again.
Ne?
Yeah. Let them pass this in happen. Don't follow what all the
Serious. Una le ba makontlung ne?
Yeah.
O itse re na le sponsor mo show. Re fe mo sponsor. Re na le sponsor ba se bitsa le tlotlo laka.
I can say you go to Zanga and Transvaal.
Serious.
Yeah, no.
Ashi, wa bona it's a company re sponsorang. Re le ba banyane ba.
Yeah.
Ke le tlotlo laka. We normally give this to female artists.
Okay.
But you've humbled me today.
All right.
So, ekya mama.
All right.
Hore mmotse re ha tswa o shiana ne hona le bath bomb ka.
Yeah.
Di body butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think shower jelly teng. Ebile shower jelly tse sa le dibe. Hey blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's what ladies see.
le dibe. Susane zono. So please please send our regards.
No, I will.
We appreciate your time.
She's the best cook in the Transvaal. I'm telling you, you'll come and see for yourself. I'm telling you.
So thank you very much.
Thank you very
Yeah, half it's our order happy. Gusim Guni was here.
Okay.
Who bought order later?
Not
We'll
place an order.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Blessed.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. You heard it first from the police officer / pastor, and in the police mob is among Bruti. Colonel, the colonel himself. Please don't forget to follow and like our pages on the GRP podcast and the Gospel Reality podcast on all social media platforms. And on that, Akhoto Ibelelo. That's Bruti.